Hello again. In this video, we'll be looking at the Lifecycle Assessment Framework. Understanding the LCA framework is the first step to becoming an LCA practitioner. So what is the LCA framework? The LCA framework is a conceptual structure that we should follow if we want our LCA to be ISO compliant. Each part of the framework can be seen as a step we need to follow to complete our LCA. As LCA practitioners, we begin by defining the question we want to answer. What will we compare? 2 or more products, for example? Or do we want to better understand the environmental performance of a single product? Defining the assessment question is done in the first step, namely the goal and scope definition. From there, we gather the necessary data that we will need to answer our question in the inventory analysis stage. The inventory analysis stage also allows us to take a closer look at the data we have and to what extent we can rely on generic databases. If our product has specific qualities, which are not included in the generic databases, then we'll need to collect that specific data ourselves. Next, we define or determine the impact of our product or products according to a set of predefined indicators or impact categories. Impact categories can include things like contribution to climate change, quantity of water or fossil fuels consumed, or area of natural land transformed. The impact assessment makes the large collection of data more manageable by translating the data into a small set of indicators or impact categories. The impact category results allow us to answer the question defined in the first step, the goal and scope. The impact assessment step will also expose anomalies or counterintuitive results which may require us to go back to the other steps and make sure the model is correct. For example, our impact assessment might reveal that our product contributes far more to climate change or the release of toxic chemicals in the environment than we expected. It might also be the other way around, with our results showing that our product contributes far less to an impact than we expected. When this is the case, we need to go back and check our model. The interpretation stage is where we answer the question as to which product has the best environmental performance, or where the product hotspots are in the life of our product. We use contribution analysis to identify the processes with the highest impacts in our product lifecycle. The interpretation step is also where we test the strength of our model in terms of its sensitivity to changes in input values and in terms of the certainty of our data. It is important to remember that there is a constant feedback and reiteration throughout the framework. With guidance from our sensitivity and uncertainty analyses, we can go back and further refine our model in the other stages of the framework. This concludes a very brief overview of the LCA framework. Later, I'll take you through each of the steps in the Lifecycle Assessment Framework in more detail. See you then.